Long time ago in a fishing village in China, a little girl plays on the edges of a lake while her father prepares for the day's work. Seeing his daughter upset about him leaving, the father wades into the water, playfully engaging with her to turn her tears into smiles. Suddenly, the man convulses chaotically in the lake, getting dragged around by something from below. The girl continues to laugh, unaware of her father's danger until he disappears, leaving only blood in the water. Alarmed, the villagers quickly hire a demon hunter. Chanting and throwing bombs into the lake, the hunter creates a large explosion. To everyone's amazement, they capture a giant stingray, and the hunter asserts that this creature was possessed by a demon responsible for killing the man earlier. However, a person in the crowd named Tang raises doubts, claiming that the fish is just a common stingray, not a demon. Tang, also a demon hunter and a monk's apprentice, is quickly accused by the other demon hunter of being an accomplice with the demon, and eventually teeing him up as punishment. Despite the warning from Tang, the villagers jubilantly jump into the water, believing it to be safe. However, their celebration turns into horror when a woman is devoured by a giant beast. Disbelief sets in as the people rush back to the shore, thinking they are safe as long as they stay out of the water. Their false sense of security shatters when the monster, using its tongue, the little girl, attempting to reach her mother, becomes a target for the creature. It seizes the opportunity, grabbing onto the child and trying to drag her into the water. Villagers rush to aid the girl, cutting off the monster's tongue and rescuing her on the edge of the bridge. The creature leaps up, snatching the girl into its mouth. The mother, fueled by fury, jumps into the lake, determined to save her daughter. While Tang struggles to free himself from the ropes using his teeth, the mother witnesses the giant monster emerge from the water, seething with anger. Despite her pleas for the return of her child, the demon remains indifferent and devours her. The monster wreaks havoc on the nearby buildings. A baby slides towards the lake away from its mother, but Tang jumps down near the platform, redirecting the baby towards safety. Tang grabs the infant just as the giant creature lunges towards him. However, Tang skillfully escapes in time, trapping the monster on the platform. He returns the child to its mother. Suddenly, an enormous girl emerges from the crowds, creating earthquakes with every step. She jumps down towards the platform, causing the monster to soar into the air and land directly on top of the fake demon hunter before he can escape. The creature begins transforming, eventually turning into a young man who appears harmless. A villager attempts to kill the transformed man, but Tang intervenes, stopping the violence and proposing a more humane solution. The man brings out various instruments and a book titled 300 Nursery Rhymes, intending to use his musical talents to transform the monster from evil to good. As Tang begins singing horribly, both the demon and the audience are left bewildered. The man's lyrics and performance are so terrible that they drive the creature into madness. The demon furiously beats on the man, smashing everything around. A brave woman steps forward, grabbing the demon and relentlessly attacking the creature. Eventually, she seals the monster into a magical cloth, transforming it into a harmless doll. The woman reveals herself as Dwayne, another demon hunter. However, when Tang shows her the tools he used to conquer the monsters, she laughs hysterically. The villagers, grateful for Dwayne's intervention, consider her their true savior. Disheartened by the failure with the first demon, Tang's master consoles him, explaining that changing evil into goodness is never an easy task. He informs Tang of a second demon residing in a nearby restaurant, using human flesh as cooking materials. At night, Tang arrives at the demon's restaurant, finding it seemingly filled with people enjoying their meals. A woman greets him and offers a tour, but Tang, perceptive to the illusions, demands to see her true form. The demon charges at Tang. Fortunately, Dwayne arrives and saves him, repeatedly punching the woman until she turns to dust. Dwayne goes on the offensive, attacking the demons in the restaurant one by one with her rings. She calls out for the boss to reveal himself, prompting a young man to sneak up behind her. However, Dwayne quickly counters, engaging in a fierce battle with the demon. Summoning numerous rings, she fires them at the demon, specifically targeting the man's face. The relentless assault breaks his skin, revealing the snout of a pig. Undeterred, furiously swinging at Dwayne, the demon forces her to defend herself, landing a strike on her flesh as she narrowly escapes. Dwayne retaliates by jumping behind the creature and delivering powerful kicks, compelling the monster to reveal its true form. She locks the creature's arms, restricting its movement, and calls for Tang's assistance. Dwayne reveals that she has trapped the demon's essence in its throat and needs Tang to suck it out. However, Tang struggles to summon the courage needed, finding the monster's hideous face. Fortunately, in the midst of the chaos, Tang accidentally falls and kisses the pig, successfully sucking the demon inside his mouth. Dwayne swiftly extracts the essence from Tang and seals it in her bag. However, the demon proves too powerful to be contained, growing larger and breaking free, revealing its monstrous form. The two make a hasty escape as the entire building collapses, reaching the safety of a nearby lake. Dwayne, injured from the encounter, she exposes herself to Tang and instructs him to apply pressure to her wounds to stop the bleeding. Tang complies, sacrificing his own well-being. As Dwayne closes her eyes and leans in for a kiss, Tang, suddenly remembering his monkhood, and hastily runs away from the woman. The next day, Tang returns to his master, admitting his failure once again. The old man suggests that to conquer the pig monster, Tang must seek the help of the king of all demons, Wukong. This powerful entity, locked away 500 years ago under a great mountain by the gods for causing havoc in the heavens, traveling through the forest at night, Tang falls into a trap set by a seemingly hostile group of people. To his surprise, they all work for Dwayne, who has devised a plan to force Tang into marrying her. Despite her intentions, Tang refuses, citing his monk's code that prohibits him from having romantic feelings for a single person. In a fit of rage, Dwayne imprisons Tang, contemplating her next move. Her sister tries to convince her to adopt a more feminine approach, suggesting that she use her dancing skills to attract men, puts a talisman on herself, intending to control her movements while seducing the monk. Dwayne proceeds with her plan, but the charm malfunctions, causing her to unintentionally strike Tang repeatedly. In the midst of the chaos, the charm accidentally attaches itself to Tang. Overwhelmed with guilt, Dwayne flees the room. Meanwhile, her sister begins dancing, and Tang involuntarily mimics her moves in front of the guards who rush in. The guards beat him up once again, stopping only when the sister intervenes. Their amusement is short-lived, as they realize the pig demon has arrived. The group hastily boards their vehicle and desperately attempts to escape. However, the pig catches up, charging directly at the group. Duane takes quick action and pushes Tang off the car just before the pig demon crashes into the group, causing widespread destruction. Fortunately, no one sustains injuries in the crash, but they find themselves cornered by the vengeful demon. Suddenly, a man emanating a tiger's aura charges at the monster, overpowering it with remarkable strength. He tosses the creature into the air and delivers a devastating kick, compelling the demon to retreat. The man reveals himself as another demon hunter, accompanied by the formidable Foot, as well as Prince Important and his 4 nannies, who consistently throw flowers. However, the servants repeatedly embarrass Prince Important by mistakenly calling him Prince Impotent. The 3 demon hunters begin vying for the opportunity to take down the pig demon. Tang becomes infuriated, accusing them of pursuing the task for money and vanity. Frustrated with Dwayne, Tang demands she return the nursery rhymes she took and berates her for wasting his time. Enraged, Dwayne tears the book into pieces. She begins hitting Tang, claiming that he is nothing without her protection, asserting that he would have been killed long ago. Tang rises in silence, observing Dwayne's attempt to flirt with the prince to make him jealous. Unfazed, he walks away, leaving the girl looking at him with sadness. After a long journey through the countryside, Tang arrives at a mountain covered in lily pads. Despite the absence of water, he notices a large lily flower emerging from what seems to be a hole and decides to jump in. To his surprise, he encounters a peculiar-looking man who enthusiastically hugs and kisses him repeatedly. Realizing that he has encountered Wukong, Tang attempts to seek the demon's help in defeating the pig monster. However, Wukong is more interested in escaping the cave. He tries to deceive Tang into removing the seal, claiming it can capture the monster. Unfazed by the trickery, Tang remains vigilant, causing Wukong to become frustrated. The roots in the cave trap the demon, and he is whipped for his disobedience. Feeling sorry for Wukong, Tang offers him a banana, softening the demon's demeanor. In gratitude, Wukong begins sharing information on how to defeat the pig monster. The plan involves getting a beautiful woman to dance under the moonlight, luring the pig demon into the cave. Once inside, Wukong can trap it within the cave. Suddenly, Dwayne enters the cave upon hearing about their plan and volunteers to be the bait for the pig demon. Despite Tan's objections and urging her to leave, Wukong starts flirting with her as he teaches her to dance. The monk, clearly uncomfortable with the affectionate display, senses that he harbors genuine feelings for Dwayne. When night falls, Dwayne begins dancing under the moonlight while Tang plays music for her. The monk watches Dwayne, falling deeper in love with every graceful move she makes. Suddenly, they hear a monstrous roar, signaling the arrival of the pig demon. Wukong engages in conversation with the creature from inside the cave, causing the monster to peer under the lilies, ultimately being completely sucked in by the celestial ceiling. Dwayne transforms the pig demon into a doll and gives it to Tang, granting him control over the fates of the captured demons. She then puts a ring on the monk, claiming it's permanent and expressing her desire to marry him. However, Tang is extremely upset by this proposition. In an act of defiance, He chooses to cut off his own finger rather than enter a relationship with her. Upon witnessing Tang's extreme reaction, Duane removes the ring herself and attempts to return the restored nursery rhyme book. However, Tang angrily rejects the book, firm in his convictions. Tang emerges from the cave and gazes at the moon with a heavy heart, grappling with the pain of his true feelings. Wukong requests a favor to remove the lily flower blocking the entrance. Tang complies but soon realizes that something is amiss when the lilies burst into flames. Wukong's maniacal laughter echoes within the cave as he breaks free, engulfed in a ball of fire that lands menacingly in front of the monk. The monkey demon tosses him away like a mere ragdoll, only to catch him again beneath the mountain. In a taunting tone, Wukong mocks the monk for easily falling prey to the trickery that unleashed the Demon King. Tan defiantly declares that Wukong hasn't escaped, as the watchful eyes of the Buddha observe everything. Enraged by Tan's steadfast belief, Wukong retaliates by violently ripping off the monk's hair. Despite the physical assault, Wukong is infuriated to find that Tan's unwavering conviction remains intact. 3 formidable demon hunters, led by the Fist of the North Star, arrive on the scene. The Fist prepares to confront Wukong. Wukong swiftly kills the Fist by biting down on his throat. The Mighty Foot, witnessing the demise of his comrade, undergoes a transformation, growing a colossal leg comparable to a school bus. He delivers a powerful kick to Wukong, sending the monkey demon sprawling backward. Undeterred, Wukong pierces through the Mighty Foot's feet, propelling him into the air and landing on top of the prince. The man orders his nannies to dispose of the old hunter, and he retaliates by hurling numerous swords at the Demon King. Wukong attempts to evade the relentless assault by taking to the air, but the weapons persistently follow him, attacking from every angle. As the monkey demon wields his own weapon to deflect the onslaught, the prince orchestrates a powerful move, amalgamating all the swords into a single projectile. This formidable attack damages Wukong's staff, causing it to disintegrate upon contact with the demon. Enraged, Wukong releases a mighty roar that turns the demon hunters into dust. Just as the demon turns his attention to the monk, Duan unexpectedly intervenes. Bravely defending the man, Duan attacks Wukong with her rings, but the weapons shatter upon striking the formidable Demon King. She charges toward Wukong, who effortlessly halts her advance with a swift strike to her head. Witnessing Duan in distress, Tan rushes to her side, and she asks him in a whisper if he ever loved her. The monk tearfully confesses that he had always loved her since their first meeting, and takes her ring to place it on his own finger. Before Tan can fully grieve, Wukong callously seizes Duan's lifeless body and hurls it into the air, obliterating it into countless fragments. Sensing the shift in Tan's state of mind, Wukong hastily retreats, only to witness the monk releasing all mortal attachments. Tan begins reciting the words from the book Duan compiled, invoking a colossal Buddha that looms over the entire planet. The giant statue extends its palm toward the world, generating a massive shockwave as it descends through the atmosphere. Undeterred, Wukong concentrates all his energy, undergoing a swift transformation into King Kong and letting out a furious roar. As the colossal palm inches closer, Wukong exerts himself to the limit. Wukong finds himself overpowered by the divine might and is crushed beneath the colossal hand of the Buddha. Transported to a different dimension, Tan takes Duan's ring and places it on the monkey's head, turning the former demon into his new disciple. Tan's master reveals that the monk is now prepared for the journey to the west. Accompanied by his newly transformed demonic disciples, he sets out to obtain the holy scriptures from India, aiming to alleviate the sufferings of humanity.